New Orleans, often referred to as the City of the Dead, is renowned for its rich history, vibrant culture, and eerie tales of the supernatural. This city, with its unique blend of French, Spanish, and Creole influences, is home to some of the most famous and haunted sites in the United States. The unique architecture of New Orleans, with its distinctive above-ground tombs, lends itself to a landscape that feels both historic and otherworldly. One of the most notorious and frequently visited spots for ghost sightings is St. Louis Cemetery No. 1. Established in 1789, this cemetery spans an entire city block and contains over 700 tombs and more than 100,000 burials. Its maze-like layout of tombs and mausoleums, constructed above ground due to the city's high water table, gives it the appearance of a miniature city of the dead. The cemetery is home to countless legends and ghost stories, making it a must-visit for those interested in the paranormal. Among the many tombs, one stands out: the tomb of Marie Laveau, the renowned Voodoo Queen of New Orleans. Marie Laveau was a powerful figure in the 19th century, known for her healing abilities, magical potions, and spells. Even after her death in 1881, her spirit is said to linger in the cemetery. Visitors often leave offerings of candles, flowers, and personal items at her tomb, hoping to gain her favor or receive her blessing. New Orleans is also home to many haunted hotels, each with its own spine-chilling stories and spectral inhabitants. The Bourbon Orleans Hotel, located in the heart of the French Quarter, is one such place. Originally built as a ballroom and theater in the early 1800s, it later became a convent and orphanage run by the Sisters of the Holy Family, a congregation of African-American nuns. The building's history as a site of suffering and death during the yellow fever epidemics has left a lasting impression. Guests and staff at the Bourbon Orleans Hotel have reported numerous ghostly encounters. The most famous apparition is that of a young girl seen playing with a ball on the 6th floor. This ghost is believed to be one of the many children who perished during the yellow fever outbreaks. Another well-known spirit is that of a nun, often seen in room 644. According to legend, this nun took her own life in the room, and her ghost is said to scream and appear to guests. Other sightings include Confederate soldiers, dancers, and nuns, all believed to be lingering from the building's varied past. The LaLaurie Mansion, located at 1140 Royal Street, is one of the most infamous haunted locations in New Orleans. The mansion was once the home of Dr. Louis LaLaurie and his wife, Delphine LaLaurie, a well-known socialite. The couple's seemingly perfect life was shattered in 1834 when a fire broke out in the mansion, revealing a horrifying secret. Rescuers discovered a hidden attic where enslaved people were found in appalling conditions, having been subjected to gruesome torture and experimentation by Delphine LaLaurie. The public was outraged, and the LaLauries fled the city, never to return. The mansion, now privately owned, has a reputation for being haunted by the spirits of those who suffered there. Visitors and residents have reported hearing screams, footsteps, and chains rattling, as well as seeing apparitions. In the early 20th century, New Orleans was terrorized by a serial killer known as the Axeman. Between 1918 and 1919, the Axeman brutally murdered at least 6 people and injured several others. His victims were primarily Italian grocers, leading to speculation that the crimes were mafia-related. The city was gripped by fear, and the Axeman's reign of terror culminated in a chilling letter published in local newspapers. In the letter, the Axeman claimed to be a supernatural being who would spare anyone playing jazz music on a specific night. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the cobbled streets of New Orleans' French Quarter. The air grew heavy with the scent of magnolias and mystery. Tourists milled about, their laughter blending uneasily with the whispers of long-departed souls who still roamed the narrow alleys. As the darkness deepened, the city revealed its true face, a theater of the macabre, where reality and the supernatural collided. Our tale begins at Myrtles Plantation, a venerable mansion built in 1796 just outside of New Orleans. With its wrought iron balconies and weeping willows, it bore witness to centuries of contempt and anguish. Chloe, an enslaved woman, was one of many who found no solace within its grand facade. She was ensnared in a forbidden affair with the plantation owner, an affair that ended in disfigurement and death. Her left ear brutally severed for eavesdropping, Chloe exacted revenge by poisoning a cake that killed the owner's wife and children. Retribution came swiftly. Hanged by her own kin, Chloe's spirit now meanders through the mansion. A green turban wrapped tightly around her head to hide her mutilation. Her cold, lifeless eyes have caused many an unwary visitor to flee in terror. Tales of Chloe's apparition are but whispers compared to the cacophony of hauntings at the Myrtles Plantation. The ghosts of the murdered family linger, their spectral forms weaving through the cellars and bedrooms, reliving their grim last moments. A young girl who drowned in a nearby pond often appears dripping wet, her innocent laughter a jarring dissonance. A Confederate soldier, eternally bound to the land he died defending, marches solemnly in the moonlight. Not far from the plantation lies Lafitte's blacksmith shop bar, a creaky edifice dating back to the 1720s. This relic once served as the clandestine headquarters of pirate Jean Lafitte. Patrons sipping their spirits have reported seeing a shadowy figure believed to be Lafitte himself, gliding through the bar, often causing a gust of cold wind to ripple through the room. Across town, on Bourbon Street, stands the old Absinthe House, where the Green Fairy once danced through absinthe-laden glasses. Yet, it's not just the drink that haunts this locale. Original owners and bygone patrons still delight in spectral echoes, their manifest forms reliving nights of revelry in the unending twilight. The New Orleans Opera House, a once majestic venue now crumbling under the weight of its tragic past, is permeated by a melancholic air. The ghost of a singer, who perished in an inferno during a fated performance, serenades the silent auditorium. Her ethereal voice reverberates through the deserted hall, conjuring images of a bygone grandeur. And then there's the French Quarter itself, a labyrinth of hauntings concentrated within its historical boundaries. The Andrew Jackson Hotel bears the indelible mark of tragedy, its halls filled with the giggles of ghostly children who perished in a horrific 18th-century blaze. The Hotel Monteleone shelters the ghost of a young boy named Maurice on its 14th floor, his restless spirit manifesting in inexplicable movements and ephemeral sounds. Each ghost story is a thread in the rich tapestry of New Orleans' haunted history, a testament to a city where life and death coexist in an intricate dance. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, the spectral residents of New Orleans are eager to share their tales, if you dare to listen. Walk the streets, enter the haunted establishments, and let the whispers guide you through the city of the dead, where every shadow has a story and every story has a soul.